All right. So this slide is basically an overview of the three main examples of protists that we looked at, and so we can compare them to help you for your quiz on Wednesday. So first off, the amoeba. What's its? Raise your hand if you can describe its shape. Ready? Yeah, just sort of random kind of blobby shape. So I have here just a little drawing of it.
Wait, do we have to draw?
Yeah, just draw whatever. You could draw words.
Can you just like blob or like blob?
There you
Can
go.
we write blob?
Whatever you want. Sure.
Okay, I'm ready.
How about the paramecium? How do we, what's the shape of the paramecium, Eddie?
It's like a foot.
Yeah, it's like a footprint, slipper shape sometimes called. How about the euglena? Billy?
It's like a little leaf. It looks like a
Like a leaf, like a grain of rice maybe?
I think it looks like a mouse. Look at that. It looks like
It
it's like one of the toy mice.
It does.
My dog loves mouse. Oh my god. He keeps on his hostage and never keeps him.
Floppy.
How about how they move?
Wait, it looks like rice?
I say it looks like a grain of rice.
I think it looks like a mouse.
Or
That's
like,
Go cover it.
kind of looks like a
Hello?
banana.
I'm definitely.
Yes.
With a tail.
Yeah, he left the bottom.
Or else
How do they move? An amoeba. How does an amoeba move? Sophia?
They like, with, they like,
If they
like
pseudopods, so they what? How do they?
because they go like to surround their food.
Yeah, they just sort of ooze forward by pseudopods. How do Paramecium move around? What is their method of locomotion? Faith? They have cilia, little hairs on the outside that paddle them through the water.
I like that word.
Yeah.
Smile.
How about euglena? Eddie?
like the what? I know what it. I like the tail, but I forgot what it was called.
The
You know that tail is called a flagellum.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
They're flagellum.
Oh yeah.
How about taking in food, ingesting food? How does an amoeba ingest its food? Vanya?
It kind of surrounds it.
Yeah, it surrounds it and engulfs it with the pseudopods. How does a paramecium get food? Paramecium. Okay? They have a gullet, and what gets food into the gullet? The oral groove, which leads into the gullet, which leads into a food vacuole. And there's cilia in the oral groove that kind of wave the food molecules in so they can go down into the gullet. Now, how about euglena? How about euglena? Sophia? They have chloroplasts, so they can do photosynthesis, and also food molecules can diffuse into them when they can't make their own food. Remember, they can be autotrophs or heterotrophs.
What is photos?
Photosynthesis. So either food diffuses into them or they go through the process of photosynthesis. Digestion. Now digestion we don't really talk much about, but in all of these, food is digested within the vacuole. So the food gets surrounded in that vacuole, and then the protist can release enzymes in it that will break down whatever food molecule it was. Excretion is about removing waste. So how does the amoeba excrete waste? So, well, it gets rid of extra water that way, but other ways waste products just kind of diffuse out. Because it has just a cell membrane, like excess carbon dioxide or other waste can just diffuse out of it. But not in the paramecium, because they have that pellicle surrounding them. So how does waste leave the paramecium? Lily?
The anus pores.
The anal pore, special opening for waste to be removed. And with the euglena, they also have a pretty flexible membrane that waste products can just diffuse through. Respiration is about where it happens, and they all have mitochondria to break down and take glucose, as we know, and then turn it into what?
Energy, ATP.
ATP. Energy in the form of ATP. And responding to light, the amoeba doesn't really care either way. Nor does the paramecium. How about the euglena, though? Think about the euglena, Bailey. It has an eye spot that attracts it to light, so that it can do what? But why? No. Why is the euglena attracted toward the light? Something unique about it. Rania?
Because it has chloroplasts.
Has chloroplast, so it can go through photosynthesis if it is in the light. Finally, reproduction. How does an amoeba reproduce?
Respirator.
What's that called?
Asexual reproduction.
It's a form of asexual called binary fission, splitting in two. What can the paramecium do that's unlike the others? Remember, it has the macronucleus and the micronucleus. Remember what I told you they sometimes can do? Rania?
Like one nucleus is split from the other one, so it can create.
Yeah, they can exchange micronuclei. That's called conjugation. They also can just split in half through binary fission. And the euglena also reproduces through binary fission. So a lot of similarities between these protists, but with some big differences in terms of how they move, how they excrete waste.